Hello and welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Mike. I am your host, Michael Beckford. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to the latest episode, They Not Like Us.
This is 5 Minutes with Mike, our news, our voice, and our opinion. With your host, Michael Beckford. Now stop, listen, and pay attention for 5 Minutes with Mike.
Everybody around the world has been rocking to Kendrick Lamar's They Not Like Us song. We've watched this beef between him and Drake unfold, and with this club banger and just methodically, lyrically influenced song produced by Mustard, They Not Like Us had taken to a new level, also netting Kendrick Lamar a #1 single. Who would have known? This is just crazy. It's been the highlight so far of this year for hip hop. I wish, of course, the security guard that was shot by someone at Drake's home all the best. But at the end of the day, as stated, this has been a great little rivalry, and end up, both Drake and Kendrick with some top songs nationwide. But there were some things after I listened to the song over and over again that made me really think. And we're going to get right into it. 5 Minutes Mike is sponsored by The Sex Tour Volume 2. Available now for purchase on Amazon.com. Yes, it is finally here. The Sex Tour Volume 2 is available on Amazon.com. Pre-order your copy today. Link is in the description below. Now, let's get back into the episode. #1, They Not Like Us. So, who is the they that I'm referring to? Most migrants. Yeah, I'm taking it there. Most migrants. Why did I say that? Because due to the recent loss of the U.S. sailor, who was a black sailor that was unalived at his apartment complex by one of those boys in blue in Florida, it begs the question of who gets all of the heat, who gets basically murdered by police like any other minority besides black people. And the answer is no one. Why? Because they not like us. So the basic thing is you have communities from Asian America, you have communities from Indian America, you have communities from all over the world, but those communities aren't targeted like blacks. But one thing that they do is those individuals target our communities. You say, how so, Michael? Well, they set up shop in our communities with their businesses. Nothing wrong with setting up a business. But they specifically come to our communities, set up their businesses, rob our communities of all of our dollars, and they don't put a dime back into the people that's of the community. They'll smile at you really quickly, and also very quickly call the cops on you as well if you don't obey their procedures and policies when you walk in through the door. They'll do all of those things. At the end of the day, though, they're going to keep their footing in our black communities because they're not like us. Now, this is not a conversation to pit one race against the other. Not at all. But, and I hate to have to say that, but at the end of the day, the truth is the truth. And the truth shall set you free. They're not like us because we are the ones that was beaten upside the head in Selma. We are the ones that took the fire hoses. We are the ones that built this mother effing nation, my guy. They not like us. They have benefited from us. They have benefited from our hard work, from our labor, from everything that we have done for this nation. Every civil rights that they have today, we have been the purveyor of those things that has taken place. But unfortunately, we are the ones that still get the boots to the neck. Because I haven't seen an Arab, I've not seen a Chinese American, I've not seen a lot of different other cultures get the type of police brutality placed upon them like black Americans. Because they're not like us. Number 2. Black Americans, specifically, I'm talking about foundational black Americans, and I love my brothers and sisters from Africa. I can't wait to go over to Africa someday. Shoot, I might even move over to Africa, who knows. But I'm talking about right now more so to foundational black Americans. Foundational black Americans are on the chopping block for being a super minority. All right? A super minority. Do you know what this means? It means that the Democratic Party that always, of course, says one thing but does another, is not going to give a fuck about your black ass. Sorry, I had to say it. And so at the end of the day, they already don't give a AF, but they really not going to give a AF when it comes down to being a super minority. Why? Because you have no voting powers. Now, nothing wrong with the immigrants, right? I understand it very well. You know, you got immigrants coming from all over. Haiti, majority from Mexico, from the South American places, regions, stuff like that. But, you know, when these individuals come over here to the U.S., when they come and come into the United States, they don't usually adapt, quote unquote, American ways or cultures. Some of them do, you know, and there are some great, astute, astounding immigrants that have, you know, immigrated through the system and do well. But if you look at places, well, a lot of places, a lot of times they tend to migrate here and stay within their own circles. But the thing I can respect about them versus, unfortunately, the black community that seems to be constantly tethered between what are we going to do now, they stick together. They help build themselves up. They don't kick their kids out when they're 18 because the law says so. No, they all live in the same household and say, hey, we're going to make this work. So once Johnny gets a house, once Manuel gets a house, once Jesus gets his house, Edgar gets his house, then we all can be free. Then we all could be good. But until then, we're going to pack up into this place until the wheels falls off, because at the end of the day, we are a community and we're going to help each other out because we're all in this struggle. And they have done well for themselves. Why? Because they're not like us. Number 3. It's a shame for the shame to be shameful. What do you mean by this? I am just sick and damn tired of hearing the same old speeches, of seeing the same old stuff, and never any forward progress. What I mean by that? Why are black boys still going to why are black boys still going and being charged as an adults while they're still juveniles? One of the only industrialized nations that do this to our own kids. Why? Tell me why. Tell me why the little black girl that defended herself in self-defense, which a lot of white Republicans are in agreement with, why the little black girl in the act of self-defense was denied bail once more again? Why? Because she knocked out a lily white, white girl? Because if it was the reverse and the black girl was, being a nuisance and a bully and stuff like that, every justification would have been that girl would have been home with her family that night. Every justification would have been on the side of the white girl, as it is today, even though the little white girl was the one that was the perpetrator of the violence. And the black girl was just self-defending herself. See, the laws in America work in two ways. And it really is black and white. It works one way for blacks, and it works one way for the whites. Usually for the blacks, you get the book. Usually for the whites, you get to look and live for another day. That's it. So they are not like us. They may go into your hip hop. They may be bop, 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 as my grandmother used to say. God bless her heart. Right? They may act cool. They may say, what's up, bro? What's up this? What's up that? Nah, Brody, all this. They may adapt. the language of blacks, but they are not us. They're just, they not like us. So whatever homeboys and friends you got and all other stuff, believe me, it's great. I think it's a great thing for all of us, of course, to intermingle as races of the world, because God made us all different. But when it comes down to the judicial system in America and many other places in the world, because blacks are treated bad a lot of places, not just in America, to my audience that's international. When it comes down to blacks being treated a certain way and the European white being treated another, they are not like us. And Fireman's Mike, once again, is sponsored by The Sex Tool, Volume 2, available now on Amazon.com. And please do subscribe to this particular channel. Thank you, guys. It helps the algorithm on Google. And 5 Minutes of Mike is written, produced, directed by me, Michael Beckford. Copyright 2024. All rights reserved by Speak Publishing International and the Michael Beckford Media Group LLC production. Thank you for listening and watching.